All right, welcome to round number 2. We are on the draw again, and our hand is pretty great. Opponent's mulliganed, we will certainly keep. So this hand we will undoubtedly lead on Vial, which I guess you probably do like 90% of the time. I'm assuming. I'm sure there are times where you're supposed to lead on Champion or lead on Noble, which now we have both. I wonder if that changes anything for us, especially against Spire Bluff Canal. Most likely Storm, which means I value getting this Thalia into play very soon. If I go Champion into like... That doesn't... I wouldn't be able to go Champion Noble, so that means I wouldn't be getting this Vial into play until turn 3. So I very likely lead on the Vial then, so next turn I can Vial plus Thalia. Alternatively, I can lead on Noble, and then turn 2 I get to go like Vial Thalia, but then I'm just like getting no value out of my champion, so yeah, pretty sure I lead on Vial and then go Vial, activate Vial, play Thalia. Should have just clicked on it. I forgot the new box puts it there for you. All right. Cat's certainly out of the bag for what we're playing when you go Cavern on Human, play Vial, but my guess for my opponent is still Storm, although that was my guess last round and it was not correct. So could be, all right, looking like Storm. Depending on what I draw, it's possible I could value the Noble Hierarch more than the champion here. It looks not to be the case though, so I'm going to Vial this in right... Whoops, that's not how we do that. I'm going to Vial this in right now, since I want to play the Thalia before I pass. Life total probably not super relevant. Grab this with 2 nobles in my hand, I guess. Life total is a little relevant, obviously, but most of the time if we're dying, it's going to be in a spectacular fashion. So next turn we're going to Vial up to 2 and probably be on like Hierarch, Thalia's Lieutenant, Bash. With just Champion, I guess it'll be equal to the amount that we would get if we Bash with both. Take that up. Reflector Mage doesn't do anything for us yet. I'd rather have a go wide plan than a bigger Thalia's Lieutenant, right? Yeah, I think so. So we'll make these Noble Hierarchs bigger. Oh no, I forgot this was going to get a counter. Attacking with this is way better. Well, 1 better. Silly me. When I was doing my math last turn, I didn't account for that. Poor Reflector Mage. We have not played a matchup where Reflector Mage is good yet. Hopefully we will. Or probably we will. It's good in a reasonable number, but not against these blue-red decks. Anamorphose for 3. Yeah, that sounds fine to me. We'll probably be looking at these Canonists hopefully pretty soon. I'm not sure much else we'll be particularly excited about, but we will see. Reflector Mage, not terrible though, like in this matchup, obviously. Like we can hit Barals and Electromancers, and that's not bad. But also not terribly exciting. At least it wasn't that game, but it would have been right if they had had one, so I shouldn't be so quick to ignore it. All right. So, definitely want these Canonists. We obviously have more options for hitting their guys if we want. We definitely want these answers to empty as well, I think. So we'll pop those in. I really have no interest in these. Anafenza, no. Yeah, no. And these, I don't think I have any interest in. I wonder if I'm being... yeah, I really don't have any interest in these. I'd be surprised to see any kind of Wrath effect, obviously. And if we did expect one, we'd expect Anger, which that card's not good against. So yeah, not interested in those. Potentially interested in these at all, but probably not. I think I'd already be cutting from things of that variety. Thalia, big Thalia, how good are you? I guess reasonable against the empty plan. Mantis Riders, are those just weak here? They're like too slow. I don't hate them. The problem is I don't hate the Mares either. Obviously we're excited about the Freebooters, the Mages, the Canonists. Thalias are fine. Like 2-mana Thalia is not that great against Storm, since they can just play Baral or Electromancer and have it be ignored, which is kind of why I feel like these Reflector Mages may not actually be bad. Maybe I want to shave on them anyway, though. Big Thalia I actually think is fine too, so I'm finding myself saying all of these cards are fine, which is not a way to cut cards. So I guess I'm thinking about shaving on Mantis Riders, which I'm not sure is correct. I mean, they seem like one of my better ways to clock my opponent pretty quickly. Maybe I do shave on a Reflector Mage. And then what? Mayor of Averbrook? Am I really going to shave a Mayor of Averbrook? My opponent's pretty removal light. I mean, they're going to have like some number of Lightning Bolt and maybe a Dismember, so that does not seem correct. Well, I guess I'm going to have to do some more thinking about that, because I don't feel very happy with the way that I've boarded. I mean, obviously, like, bringing in Canonists is like an easy answer. Bringing in Staticasters, I think, is kind of an easy answer here. Maybe it's overkill. Maybe it's not really necessary, but I think it might be a good idea. This hand is fine. Maybe I'm overselling myself on the Reflector Mages, and I'm just supposed to cut those entirely. I could definitely see that being the sort of issue here. All right. So our hand is definitely a little slow. Our opponent does have fetch lands, apparently. I wonder if they played one last turn, or last game, or if I missed it. That does mean we have to be wary of Blood Moon. Potentially. Obviously, a lot of the Storm lists of late have moved away from Blood Moon, especially when they've been going fetchless. Well, apparently we'll just draw the basics. So what do I want to lead on here? I probably just have to lead on Freebooter. I kind of like to throw some stuff out there, get it killed, and then lead on Freebooter, so it's like a little more likely to live. But the advantage of freebooting here against Storm is that they could have the Nut Hand and kill us here. Like they could untap, play an Electromancer or a Baral and go off. From there, they do have to have multiple rituals and a Manamorphose and a spell to do something with, either Passive Flames or Gifts Ungiven. But it's possible. So playing Freebooter is probably a little bit more responsible. But it has both Echoing Truth and Lightning Bolt, and then just some rituals. So I guess we're going to be taking the Echoing Truth of the Lightning Bolt. Guess we take the Bolt. Would rather our opponent actually just Echoing Truth this than we would Bolt it, right? So, all right. Since we don't have a Vial this game, Blood Moon would certainly hurt quite a bit, especially with our opponent's hand the way it is, but we'd at least still have the ability to cast some of our stuff, including this Canonist. Obviously, though, our Canonist would not be long for this world if we played it. Opponent has Echoing Truth for Freebooter into Bolt if they wish. Which disincentivizes me pretty heavily from playing it. This is going to be interesting. So we've played this, this, and this. I'm surprised with how removal light my deck is that our opponent wanted to fire off both their Manamorphosis here instead of maybe taking another draw and trying to see if they can hit a relevant spell and untap with more mana. But obviously it's going to pay off, or is more likely to pay off here. Wow, and they hit the Past in Flames. Yeah, this required some very specific draws to happen. Yeah. I mean, our opponent's still not in a great spot, honestly. I mean, it depends on what their other mystery cards are at this stage. Depends on what the other mystery cards are, but we'll see. Intensity. Intensity is a good friend of mine who recently just had a lot of success at the Open this past weekend. Unfortunately, he was defeated by Collins Mullen in the finals with humans, and I had missed some of his messages. About this happening again. All right. Wow, he hit the gifts too. That's insane. So they have the Past in Flames in the yard and 2 mana floating. So if I give him... Let's see here. If I give him the rituals, it's not good, right? They go to 6 mana, down to 5. I can give them 1 ritual, though. What about 1 ritual, 1 Manamorphose? What does that do for me? 3, so they go up to 4, 5 mana. No, they're still good that way. This only costs them 4 flashback. So I can only give them ritual plus Grape Shot if I don't want this to continue. All right. It's not great for me. Wait, he's casting the ritual. Did he have another? Oh no, he just wants a bigger Grape Shot. Okay. Okay. That's impressive. That was an impressive series of draws. But we will accept it. So really the things that we could be pushing back in here would be these. It would be at the expense of what? Reflector Mages, right? Maybe less important on the draw. I feel like it's just a way I can interact with my opponent, and I should probably be like pretty interested in maximizing my ways to interact with my opponent here. Whereas stuff like Mayor, and stuff like Manus Rider, while increasing my clock, has no actual ability to interact. So I think that might mean I want to go up on reflectors, but that seems questionable. Maybe we go back to this. Just be off Mantis Riders. Sure. Let's try that. Still not convinced this is correct. I could even see myself wanting the 4th Reflector Mages, maybe even some Fiend Hunters. Man, it's a tough one, but I'm pretty sure we have to ship it. On the draw, maybe it'd be more tempting, but obviously having both a good 1-drop into like Canonist and Thalia is pretty exciting, but too likely to just miss our land drop and die. This hand is comparable. It has like 2 drops we're excited about, but the likelihood to miss our land drop and die, and no exciting 1-drop. I think I should mulligan to 5 here. It's possible you keep this and try to lean on your scry. Yeah, well, that's the risk, I guess, of mulling to 5. Yep, this 4 is pretty good, but not great. That 6 is looking pretty good now. Of course, it's not like we're guaranteed to hit a land or anything, but all right. All right, we did it. Hit a land. I guess I play Canonist. Just get all the pieces out there. It's tempting to play the Mayor. Maybe it flips and starts making more wolves sooner, but this Moldifor is pretty great. May not be good enough, but it is pretty great. Our clock is sort of anemic, but we still have our 2 lock pieces. Plus, it's really not that bad. I mean, if once we get to play the Mayor and clock for 6, that's not... It's not unexciting. Putting our opponent to 12 is pretty good. All right. Another Aethersworn Canonist. So better against Echoing Truth, worse against... Or excuse me, better against Bolt, worse against Echoing Truth. if I play the Canonist... I'm sorry about my distraction here. Okay, so if I play Mayor, I obviously get in for the 6 that I described, putting my opponent to 12. If I only get in for 4, they're at 14, play the Canonist. Next turn, I'm attacking for, what, 9. So it's still the same clock, unless there's an Echoing Truth, in which case I get both my clock heavily disrupted and my Canonist. I guess I'm just going to diversify here. It might be better to play the Canonist. I could certainly believe that. I just think that because I have both of these, I'm best off just making sure my clock stays sort of consistent. That's probably wrong. I mean, it requires specifically Echoing Truth. I should definitely just play the Canonist. I think I'm overthinking it. I should just play the Canonist there. Scott says no. There goes my grape shot plan. Yeah, I mean, I guess the Mayor does a better job of protecting myself from like the 1-2 grape shot. If I go Canonist and they would have to cast, he would have to cast 3 spells to kill both of these though without the Mayor, which doesn't change like. In fact, the grape shot plan is like better here, right? Kill this, kill this. This survives. So maybe, yeah, I still think I'm supposed to. Wait, no, he must have said that after I played the Canonist. That doesn't make any sense, actually. The 1-2 grape shot does not work here. No, he said it after I played this. He must just be trolling me. Which worked. It worked. The grape shot actually kills something now that I played Mayor, though. It kills the Mayor. Oh, he was gonna kill Thalia. I'm dumb. Okay. I figured it all out. I'm sure, I hope he watches this later and laughs at me a bunch, but yeah, he was planning, I guess, on grape shotting my Thalia. So playing my Mayor protects my Thalia from grape shot, which I did not consider when I was talking about the Canonist versus Mayor line. So maybe it is better to play. I don't know. I guess I just don't know. I guess the answer is I don't know whether it's right to play the Mayor or the Canonist there. It's a really interesting spot. I think there's a great argument for both. The reliance my opponent's going to be on Echoing Truth if I play the other Canonist is so high that I'm excited about it, but maybe that's not worth it here. So the Mayor flips. We get in for the same number of damage, but the grape shot plan against Thalia is live again. Not as much thinking to do this turn. I think it's just a pretty clear play my guys, attack kind of turn. Hope that Scott can't beat double Canonist. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm a big dummy. That does not work the way I want it to at all. Man. I should really read. Oh, wait, no. It does work. I'm a double dummy. I tricked myself into not playing my Canonist. It's an artifact. Well, I don't know if you can tell that it's my first time playing this deck, but I played that pretty badly. Yeah, obviously we just play the Canonist there. At first I was like, oh, I forgot that this obviously is not asymmetric, so I can't cast my Canonist. Oh wait, it's an artifact. I can totally cast it. But I already clicked through it. So yeah, pretty embarrassing, but we got there anyway. Pretty lucky to have this good of a Moldifor. Although there's some paradoxical elements there. But yeah, either way, got there. I will see you in round number 3.